Morning guys, how are we doing? Welcome to today's video. So today's video, there's two angles why I'm doing this video. Number one is I want to show you some people, you come out here, you don't travel around, go down to Hua Hin. It's a really nice area. It's something that I highly recommend you doing and go and visiting. And secondly is, on that point, we are looking at organising trips starting in January next year where we'll take you down for 2 nights and 3 days so you can explore another part of this beautiful country, Thailand, and see other things that are available. So watch this space. We will update you more into Discord. If you haven't joined Discord, there's a link in the video description below. It's completely free of charge. It's a really good platform where we update on what we're doing with any trips, etc. that we've got coming up. So at the moment, we still do our once a month, and we will continue a once a month trip to Kanchanaburi. So if you haven't done that one, please check that out, guys. We still do our Bang Chang trips on a Wednesday, and we also do our dark side, our east side of Pattaya trips on a Wednesday as well. So have a look at Discord, guys. All the information is there. So Hua Hin, what is there to do? Well, basically, we went down there. I went down with a group of friends. We stayed down there for 3 nights, which was brilliant. We left off early. We met up at 9 o'clock, and then we did the drive. Now, the drive, it's an okay drive. It's an okay drive. We left at 9 a.m. The drive takes roughly about 4 to 5 hours. We go all the way along up into Bangkok, along the very southern point of Bangkok, and then we head all the way further down into Hua Hin itself. We do take the opportunity to stop off en route to get some food because we are leaving early, so it's kind of like breakfast. But, in terms of general, the actual ride itself is quite a nice ride. You get to see lots of things as you go along that route. And the air-conditioned minibus is very, very comfortable. The drive is very, very good. We use it for a lot of our trips. So we get down there in a nice and safe, nice and safely. So we get down there. Once we got down there, we then went off to check into our hotel. Now, we are still in the process of looking at hotels. I liked the one we had this time. The one last time we won't talk about, that was a disaster. But this hotel, we stayed in the Chalelarn Hotel. There's a link in the map down below. So if you are going to go off on your own and you want to go and have a look yourself, there's the link to the hotel. Now, the hotel is in a really good location, right in the very city centre, which is perfect for what we needed. And we checked into the room. Now, my room, I was very happy with the room. I stayed up on the top floor. And the hotel room itself was very nice, very clean, very spacious. Had a lot of windows, which was great. It was a nice, bright room. And it was good. I was very, very pleased with it. Inside the room, there was lots of decor, very interesting decor theme, to be fair. Then in the bathroom itself, the bathroom was nice and big. I had a bathtub, with a jacuzzi in it, which was nice. Also in the shower, we get the normal shower head as well as the rain shower. Some people like either or, so you got the options of that. But it was just a nice, well put together room. The views were really, really good. I had views all the way over on my balcony. I had views across the city. And then if I sat down at the desk where I was doing my work, I had views right across over to the sea. And unfortunately, I could even see our previous hotel. But enough said about that. I know Coops, if he's watching this, he'll be sitting there and flipping hell. But anyway, it's all a learning curve. But the point being is that the room we had was good. The hotel was good. In the room, you had a hotel, you had a fridge, your tea and coffee making facility. Even had a hairdryer. Not that I'll be using that. And now we went upstairs onto the rooftop. And the rooftop was really, really nice. Up on the rooftop, there was a nice, ample-sized swimming pool with lots of sun lounges. One thing to be noted there is to be careful of the sun, particularly if you go up there for a few hours. You're not thinking about your location, etc. It's quite a breeze, so it's easy to forget about the sun. You can easily get sunburn, as Leo and Danny both found out. But the sunroof, the pool, very, very nice, and definitely, it was a good asset to the hotel. So once we'd done our check-in, we then went off for lunch. Now, again, we are going to put together some places. I quite like Father Ted's, but there are various places where we can go to. But we had lunch. Lunch was nice and easy, cheap and affordable, and they just filled a gap and just gave us that starting point that we needed ready to go out in the afternoon. So in the afternoon, with the lunch, I had the chili con carne with fries, which was very, very nice. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Because it was our first day down there, we'll change this. When we organise it, we'll probably go off and do some afternoon excursion to get you into the swing of things. But for us, we just chilled out. Then we went out in the evening. And, Hua Hin, there's a lot of places. You've got Soi 80, Soi 94, Bintabar, etc. There are some good locations there. That first night we went out, we went over to Cheers Bar. And, these are just everyday standard bars, girly bars, etc. So Cheers Bars was quite good. Went over to Beaver's Bar. And if you know Sean used to have the dive bar over here. Went over to, unfortunately, Sean wasn't there. But you got the Beaver's Bar. Just further down from there, we went to a Dutch bar which we called the Dutch bar. It was a Dutch bar. But again, these are just nice, easy, relaxing bars. And we followed off for the evening out and went out for the night and just wandered around the city and just kind of got our bearings in terms of like the girls, etc., the bars. But it was a nice evening. It was definitely affordable. It was a bit like here, really, in terms of the fact that, people say, oh, it's so quiet. Hua Hin was very, very quiet. However, there was bars after bars after bars with lots and lots of girls. We had a fantastic time. And it goes to the point here about here in Pattaya, as well as down in Hua Hin. You've got to make your own entertainment, guys. You've got to put the first step forward and look out for what you want to do. And we had a really, really good time. So once we finished our evening out, we headed back to the hotel, get our heads down. Now, the next day we start off with breakfast at Father Ted's. And Father Ted's is one of the places we will definitely go to. They do a really, really good English breakfast. Very, very well priced. Good quality ingredients. It's a nice, spacious bar with TVs all around it. And it's in a very easy, accessible point in the city centre. Definitely one that I would recommend. So if you do go down off your own steam, go to Father Ted's, guys. The food in there is very, very good. They've got a good, comprehensive menu and definitely well worth a visit. Now, once we've done that, I then chose to have a walk around the city. Again, when we organise our trips, we'll go off to various places. We will put together a nice package, but this was just our own little thing, doing our own bits and pieces. So, please don't take this will be your trip. But I had a walk around, and I like the walk around the city. It's interesting. You can see some weird artwork on the walls and stuff, which is good. Now, they do have a BART bus system, very similar to ours here, but they're a little bit smaller. But they're very, very affordable. We did our BART bus in, and you're talking 100 baht for the BART bus to take 4 of us from our hotel over to, say, to Soi 80 or Soi 94, which is pennies. You're talking 50 baht each, nothing. So it was a really, really, 25 baht each, which was a really affordable thing. I then decided to head over to Villa. I went over to the Villa shopping mall. So I took a ride across. So I got myself a BART bus. And like I say, for 100 baht, you're getting yourself a good, comfortable ride, and it's a fair distance. As we drove along the road there, you get to see lots of things going on, explore a bit. It's like one massive big main road goes right the way through the city of Hua Hin, and that's the one that pretty much is where you're going to do a lot of your traveling. So once I got to Villa Market, is a shopping mall. It's pretty much what you'd expect in terms of the clothing outlets, the food outlets, etc. So I had a wander around there, and it's nice. It was nice to get some air conditioning. Much needed. It was very hot while we were down there, this particular visit. But it was nice to get some air conditioning, have a wander around the Villa Market. I actually went there to go and get a pair of flip-flops, but I couldn't find any I liked, so I ended up just walking back out with nothing. But it was nice to experience. So I had to get flip-flops because the night before, I missed my step in and my flip-flop broke. But fair play to the girls in the bars. They got some tissue, jammed it in, put me front toe point in with some super glue, and I've still got them now. Good to go. So thanks, girls, for saving me an embarrassing hop along. So I did the Villa Market, then I headed back to the hotel. So in the terms of our trips we organised, we won't be doing that. We might go to a shopping mall, just have a wander around and maybe get some lunch, but we will take you to some of the temples, etc., that I explored further on, which are coming up later on in this video. Later on in the evening, we then went out. Now, I went to my favourite food court, which is called Baan Khun Por. Baan Khun Por, they do a huge array of different vendors there with lots of different food. We go to the curry lady in the corner. She's lovely. They make brilliant food. It's really, really good Indian food. They've got a massive menu. It is cheap as you like. It really is very, very affordable. But we go there. We went there and had our curry, and it's a mum and daughter and son set up. And they're really nice people. I love it. And the food's very, very good. So again, if you do venture out on your own, go to Baan Khun Por. Go to see the Indian corner, in the corner of the Indian lady with her daughter and her son, and you won't be disappointed. Once we did that, we went off to do our craft beer. Rick likes his craft beer, and Coops likes his fancy ciders, etc. We went to a place called Dots and Dashes. Dots and Dashes was good, actually. Inside was quite unique. They had lots of little post-it notes all scattered over the place where you could write your message. So we did a little bit of fun and games in there. They had the craft beer. On the subject of craft beer, very quickly, I am looking at introducing craft beer into the Buzzin Lounge. Now, it's not going to be anything fancy. It will just be a small range of maybe 4 or 5 different craft beers in bottles. But I am looking at that. So watch this space. That will be announced very soon. But yeah, so we went in there and had some craft beer, etc. And then from there, we went out we had a night out. And again, you know, you got Soi 80, Soi 94, Bintabar. You got to walk around. We'll organise this for you, and if we do organise trips, but you got to wander around, have a look about. You can go in there, play pool. You know, there's lots of girls there that will keep you company, etc. It was just a nice chilled out evening. In terms of prices, very, very affordable. Very, very affordable. It's not expensive at all. You know, I was drinking my vodkas, my vodka sodas, maybe 120 to 140 baht, depending on where we went. Lady drinks were 100, 150 baht. So again, it's on par with what we got here. And it was just a really, really nice evening and a good night out. Now, the next day, that was when myself, Rick, Dave, and Billy, we went off to do some exploring. And this is the sort of thing that we'll bring into the actual organised trip starting in January. So we did our drive. We headed over to the first temple. And the drive to the temple was good, actually. It was nice. We hired the bus. Again, we paid 150 baht for the whole trip of the 4 places we were going to. So it was nice and easy and very, very affordable. But we hired the bus and we did the drive over to the first temple. Wasn't very far at all. It was about, I don't know, 20, 25 minutes max. Probably not even that. Probably felt that way. Now, when we got to the first temple, it was really good. You know, there are some climbs. There are some climbs involved. And there are some other, you won't see it in this video, but if you look back in my previous videos about Hua Hin, you'll see there's one where you go up a mountain and then you go into a cave, go down the other side. It's really, really beautiful. But we didn't do that one on this particular trip. Instead, we went to the first temple and it was nice. It was really good views. You could see all across the city and everything. They had a nice statues, etc., as well as all these decorative flags as we were walking through. It was an easy climb, wasn't difficult at all, and well worth the climb. When you got to the top, the views, etc., were really, really nice. Now, once we've done that one, we then headed off to our second temple. We then jumped back into our BART bus. And the lady that drove us around, she was really, really good, really helpful, very nice. We went off to the next temple, which was nice. It was a nice, easy ride through the city centre. It was about 10 minutes away from where we were. And then when we got there, we got to our second point of interest, which was the next temple. And again, there are steps. But, you know, once you got up the steps there, you know, it was just great views. The views, you could see all across the city. It was really, really nice and well worth doing. So, you know, these things are always interesting. You've got to explore, have a look around. But Hua Hin, when we do our organised trips, there are some really beautiful temples and some really good points of interest. But this time around, this is more kind of like just an exploration and just seeing other bits and pieces to cover the whole city, which I think we've more or less done now. So from the second temple, we then headed over across to the third temple. In my opinion, those views there on the third temple were just brilliant. You could see for miles and miles and miles. It was a really, really nice temple. It was a good vantage point and something we would definitely include moving forwards. And that was it. We've done our three points of interest, and then what we did, we headed down onto the beach. We went and had a latte on the beach in a little side street there, which was very, very nice, just overlooking in the cliffs, and you could see across the sea and the beach, everything. I think Hua Hin's beach myself is quite nice. I prefer it to the Pattaya beach, but yeah. So we did all that. And then we went out for our final night out. And our final night out, we went out again. Went back to our curry lady, bless her. Honestly, guys, if you like curry, and don't get put off. Yes, I had my curries. I like my curries. However, there was pizzas, there was burgers, there was chicken, there was all kinds of stuff, Thai food, etc., etc. There's plenty of options there. So don't worry. Don't think, oh God, that's it. I'm going to go there and eat curries. However, when we do the trip, we will go to that area. But again, it's optional. If you want to have the food with us or you want to find some different food, we're all together. It's not going to be an issue. So yeah, be good to do that. Once we had our feed, we then headed out and had our final night out. You know, like I said, and I want to reiterate this, you need to take the first step. And we will do that for you when we go down as a group. We'll take you to bars. We know where the girls are good fun. We've got 3 or 4 regular bars now, which we've been to over the course of this year. And it's good fun, but you need to take that first step. A bit like when you're out here, guys, you know, you walk down the street, a bar's got about 10 girls and it's not got any customers, and you keep walking for some reason. Hello, great opportunity. Don't keep walking, stop and go in and have fun. Anyway, so we went out for the last evening. We had a really, really good time. We knew we had an early start in the morning because I needed to get back early because I was doing the trip later on that afternoon. So we were meeting up at 7 a.m. in the morning. Anybody that was sensible, you know, got a good head on their shoulders, say, right, yeah, let's go to get back by about 10. So at 1:30 a.m. in the morning, we finally got back to our hotel. And yeah, the ride back was very, let's say, tiring. We checked out, jumped into the vehicle, and then we headed our way back to Pattaya. And, again, we stop off on the way, which is a much needed break. We're about an hour away from the city by the time we stop. It did rain as well. There was a lot of rain for some reason. We went through a patch of rain, which was quite heavy. But, again, you lay there, you're kind of nodding off, you're waking up, nodding off, you wake up, suddenly you're back, and away we go. So if you haven't been down to Hua Hin, I honestly recommend it, guys. As I say, please watch this space. I intend to bring more information to the channel on Discord and showcase what we're going to do. We'll put together an itinerary and show you where we're going to go, so you've got some ideas as to what to expect. We'll do all the booking of the hotels. We'll take care of everything, just like we do with Kanchanaburi, just like we do with that. So we'll watch this space. If it's something that might be of interest to you, as I say, we'll start in January, and hopefully, fingers crossed, if it's popular enough, we'll do it right the way through the year, as we are with Kanchanaburi and other stuff, i.e. the dark side, and also Bang Chang. All right, there we are, guys. That's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you very much for watching. And if you are interested, please, drop your comment down. So, yeah, that'd be something I'll be interested in doing. Let us know. We get a bit of feedback, and that way we can kind of get a balance to what to expect. And jump over into Discord. I'm going to create a room in Discord that will be possible. It's going to be called Hua Hin Trips, and I'll ask the question there. So if you are in Discord, pop across, guys, and give me your thoughts on that one. Okay, there we are. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Please, as always, remember, hit the subscribe button and also the bell icon if you'd like to be notified when I bring out a new video. If you'd like to follow us on TikTok, Bo and Ying do a fantastic job, guys. When you do go to TikTok, please just give them a like and a follow. It means the world to them because it sees people are watching what they're doing and like what they're doing. It's all about daytime stuff, events, all these kind of things. So please have a look at TikTok, guys. And likewise, Instagram. Instagram's all about the nighttime. If you fancy the nighttime, get yourself over there, guys. Have a look, and you'll see what I do. I post pictures and videos every day of stuff that's going on here in the nightlife. If you haven't as yet joined us on Kick, then please join us on Kick, guys. It's unfiltered, uncensored live streams. I go to live events. I've done things like the Birra race circuit. I've done some days up at Mabchan Lake, all these kind of things. So if you haven't, jump on the Kick, kick.com/Buzzin. Just join us, guys. Have a look at what I'm doing there. You'll see it's completely different to what we used to do on YouTube. And if you'd like to receive a monthly newsletter, please send me an email, 247pattaya@gmail.com. Just put newsletter in the heading. Bo sends out a very, very good, very comprehensive newsletter at the end of every month. So if you'd like to receive that, just ping me an email, guys, and I will add you to our mailing list. There's no need to say hi, Trev, blah, blah, blah. Just put newsletter. It's as simple as that, and it'll get added to the list for you. And as I mentioned earlier, join us on Discord, guys. There's over 23,000 members in there. It's completely free of charge. It's packed full of information, lots of things to see, things to do, updates, and what's going on right here, right now in the city. So if you are looking for that kind of information, jump into Discord, guys. I believe we've probably got Pattaya's biggest Discord group. As I say, it's 23,000 members. It's completely free of charge. Have a look in there, guys. All right, there we are. So don't forget, if you are interested in Hua Hin trips, give us a shout, guys. Let me know. Drop your comments down below, and let's see what we can do in 2026. All right, thank you very much indeed for watching. And please, as always, for everyone in the world, stay safe.